I'm a herpetologist. I'm a researcher of amphibians and reptiles. Herpeton comes from the Greek word to creep, so it was in reference to the movement of things like snakes that slither or like lizards that crawl. So it then sort of evolved, and became commonly known as herpetofauna that encompasses amphibians and reptiles. I always found them to be especially intriguing. For example, many lizard species are actually parthenogenic. That means that they only consist of a single sex, all females, and they just lay eggs that basically clone themselves. Many species of salamanders and newts, they have amazing regenerative abilities. When their body parts are completely severed, they have the ability to regenerate complete body parts. Frogs play roles as both predator and prey. In the early, I think 80s and 90s, when there was a huge demand for frog legs in the European market, so they were getting a lot of the frog legs from regions like Southeast Asia and Asia in general. So when people went out, and hunted all the frogs from the swamplands or even paddy fields, they realized, soon after that, there was outbreaks of many pest species that ended up causing even more damage to their crops. Similarly for snakes, snakes are also very important predators in the ecosystem. So in many agricultural settings, for instance, snakes are the predators that would eat pest species like rodents. Once upon a time in Australia, there were two species of frogs that were known as gastric brooding frogs. After the eggs were laid, adult frog would then swallow the eggs into their stomach to brood the eggs inside the stomachs until they hatched, and then eventually the baby frogs or the froglets would jump out from their mouths. Those frogs were able to stop the production of stomach acids, so as not to digest their own offspring. But unfortunately, due to the fungal outbreak that devastated amphibian populations in many parts of the world, the frog has gone extinct, so we will never truly find out what the secrets were. Another one is the Masilau stream toad. This species in particular was only found at Masilau, that one particular part of Mount Kinabalu. This was a species that came to my attention because it was one of the few from our region that was critically endangered. There was a survey in 2017, no specimens were recorded. They were very concerned that the population might have been wiped out. That got me interested, as to whether the toad still exists, what is its current status. So we were very, very lucky that we discovered a single adult specimen, and tadpoles were also found in the stream and rivers. The forest isn't just big animals, there are many other countless smaller creatures, herps included, invertebrates that are often overlooked, so definitely should get more attention and funding for research for, I believe.